Awful. Absolutely awful. Trash, trash, trash. Do not get the album. I'm telling you right now, do not get the new album, Oatmeal Swag by DJ Butterpants, okay? Trash, trash. What's the next one? Oh, NF. That's a dope album. Let's talk about that. What's going on, everybody? My name is Joey Nato, and I am a hip-hop artist.
It's funny how I was the underdog, and now some people look up to me. And come to think of it, I'm getting paid because of all the work I've done for free.
/ music producer, and we are gonna do the first ever album review on this channel. This is quite exciting. Yeah. First of all, let me fix the sound quality really quick. Alright, so eventually I'm hoping to get a little bit more organized with my reviews, but I checked out NF's album, The Search. I'll be completely honest, one thing that's really cool about me doing album reviews is I'm not gonna be biased at all, because there's a bar that stuck out to me that he says in this album, where he says, if you only heard Let You Down, then you're way behind. And yeah, I am, because that was pretty much the only song I heard from NF. I heard The Search, I heard When I Grow Up and Time, so I heard like some of his recent stuff, but can't really stamp myself as like a NF fan, you know what I mean? But let's check this out. So I woke up, right, and I saw he dropped the album. I heard rumors about the album coming out yesterday. Like, I heard like people commenting about it. I didn't know if it was really true. Again, I'm so much out of the loop. Chance the Rapper dropped an album today. Rich Brian dropped an album. I didn't know about any of this stuff. I'm usually too busy working on my own music, and I don't listen to a lot of music for that reason, and also because I don't want to be too much influenced by other music. I get influenced very easily in terms of creating. So if I listen to a whole NF album, you know, prior to today, I was kind of afraid that I would just try to be another NF. That's cold, hard, honest facts. All right, but when I first listened to the album, you know, I was familiar with The Search. I did a music producer reacts episode to The Search, so I listened to that. I didn't let it just fly by. I tried to, you know, listen to the lyrics a little bit more, see if I caught on to anything. The Search does introduce the album pretty well for a lot of reasons. One reason is the buildup, and it starts off with strings. Well, first it starts off with the sound of the carriage being pushed and the wind or whatever atmospheric noises there are, and then the strings building up, the suspension, tension, but then the drums drop in the song, and that is kind of the formula that's followed for a lot of the songs that come after that on this album. It's just so symphonic, but it has trap elements to it. We get to hear NF sing a bit on this album. It has its highs and lows, but overall, it's weird. Like you could definitely like bump to this album, but at the same time, it's really dark. It's a dark vibe. Actually, when I was playing like the beginning, or when I got to like the middle of the album, I was starting to feel like, yo, I might want to turn this off. And not saying it was bad music, but it gets pretty dark and gloomy. Like, I was like, okay, maybe this just isn't for me. But that's not taking anything away from NF. Listening to this album really gave me an appreciation for how good of a recording artist he is. And, you know, I could get into the technicalities of it and everything, but basically just he articulates his words so clear. He kicks into this like certain tone in his voice that's just very, very pleasant to the ear, but it still has grit in it. He doesn't swear or anything like that in his songs, kind of similar to what I try to do. But for me, it's a long album. It's 20 tracks. That's a lot. That's a lot to listen to. Yeah, given. I think Time comes on twice in the album, I believe. Like there's an extended version and then there's a regular version. And I think Time has a lot of like radio appeal. Like I think that song could be like as big as his first single was. His first single that really blew up. The second song that played, when that song started to play, the second song, I was like, okay, this is interesting. You know, it had like that classical weird, like, I don't know if they were clarinets or oboes, but it was like a really like, it had a goofy vibe to it. Leave Me Alone, that's what it was. And when the song started, I was like, okay, this is like The Search Part 2, basically. And I was like, I hope it just doesn't keep doing this for the whole album. When that song like really climaxed and got to like the peak of its energy, and F was at the peak of his energy, I was like, oh, okay, this is dope. This is like it's really raw. He raps in a way where he's like just having a conversation with you, because the way he says his lyrics are not monotone. It's not the same flow the whole time. It's a steady flow. He does switch it up. There's even a part in the album where he says, okay, this is getting boring. Let me switch up the flow now. Like that self-awareness, is a huge thing on this album, and that's kind of the character that we get from NF on this album. But I think it's cool because the search, it's like, what is the search? Well, what is it? No, seriously, what is it? What's he searching for? Is he searching for self-awareness, like figuring himself out? Like there's more to life? Is it the search to get out of this depressed state that he might be in all the time? I don't know. I think it could mean a lot of different things, to be honest. But you get a lot of the NF personality in this album for sure. My favorite song on the album was Returns. I don't know why. Just as soon as that song came on, I was like, yo, this is something I could really rock with. You know, it has the bop appeal. I only listened to the album once, so I'm just going off of basically memory right now. But I remember Trauma, he's singing. There's a lot of singing on Trauma, which is kind of cool. But that song, I don't know. I'm glad it was like, you know, towards the end a little bit. NF singing is cool, but for me, it's something awkward about it. And it makes me wonder sometimes, like, sometimes when you hear somebody that's like a rapper, and then all of a sudden they just start singing, even if it's good, even if everything about it is good, there's something awkward about it, but it's still good music. And I don't think, you know, that's just my opinion. Other people might hate me for that. Other people might not think of it or look at it that way at all. That's perfectly fine too. Kind of off topic from the NF album, but after I listened to that, I was skimming through the Chance the Rapper songs to see if he put on that damn song that he put a snippet up of on his Instagram 2 years ago. It's like, you're driving me crazy. And I skimmed through it to see if that song was up there, and it wasn't. It kind of made me sad. That song sounds like a beautiful driving with the windows down on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. NF's album sounds like a dark, stormy day, and it's dark, but it has turn-up appeal at the same time. Very symphonic, like I said. Tommy Prophet is probably the one to credit on that with the music production elements of it. But yeah, this is my first album review on this channel. Hopefully you guys liked it. I have a link in the description below with my original music. It'd mean a lot if you guys check it out. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. I promise it'll be worth your time. And shoot me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at LuckyBoyNato if you did enjoy this. But yeah, this is my first time doing this. If you guys want more videos like this, then hit the like button. I never say that, but that's how I need to know. I need to know, and that's a simple way to let me know. Do you want more album reviews? I'll get better at them, I promise. Oh, also, please leave any suggestions if you do want me to keep doing this on what can make these album reviews a little bit better. And yeah, trying something new. I don't really got much more to say other than that, and I don't have a cool outro line yet, so I'll just say I appreciate you guys. Nato.
Funny how I was the underdog and now some people look up to me. And come to think of it, I'm getting paid cause of all the work I've done for free. Big facts, feeling dominant with rap, I'm feeling confident. Do believe that I'm not the best, but best believe I'm not the opposite. End of the day though it all works, no one starts out as a star first. Nobody wanted me in the beginning of it all like a lemon flavor Starburst. There was no playing, no